Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wind Waker. In the last part we finished up the Wind Temple, so in this part I'm going to begin the infamous Triforce hunt that this game has to offer for the last section of it. So I'm just outside the Wind Temple now. Let me get my items out that I'm going to need, because I'm going to sail back to Windfall. Just because I know there's a post box right at the dock there, and although I have played this game before, and I know where all the charts and everything are, I don't actually need any help to find them, but I want to show off what you're supposed to do, assuming that you're playing this game for the first time and you don't necessarily know where anything is. Because I can remember when I played this game for the first time, I didn't think to check the post box. I guess even when I was a kid I was quite impatient and skipped a lot of things, including stuff like that. But when you get to this point in the game, Tingle actually does send you a chart in the mail. So I'm going to go and collect that now just to show you kind of what you're supposed to do, and just that the game actually does really tell you what to do. Because my biggest complaint with this game back in like 2003 was that I felt like when you got to this stage you were kind of thrown in the deep end, pardon the pun, and it didn't really tell you what you were supposed to do, but it just simply isn't true. I just wasn't very perceptive, I guess, or I was just too impatient. If I just swing around here, I can run over to the post box, which is just around here. I'm probably just going to leave Coral here, Coral being King of the Red Lions. That's what we used to call him. A little bit of lag there. So, you know there's mail for you when the thing's going ape shit like this. So, because I've never checked this in this playthrough so far, there's actually going to be quite a few letters. 7 it said. So we'll just fast forward through this. This is from the postman, I guess. The bird guy. I think that's the first heart piece I've gotten in this. So it's going to go through all of them. I think most of these are probably just going to have money in them. This one's from Beetle. This is going to be Beetle's chart, so you know where his little boat's going to be on the entire world map. I'm not going to bother visiting Beetle at all, I think, in this entire playthrough. I don't really have to. This one is... Okay, this is the one that's telling you about if you collect the Knight's Crest, you can go back to see Orca, the guy who gave you the first sword, and it gives you like a new technique where you can do like a tornado spin. It's useless. This is from your grandmother. I've still got all my soup because I've been using glitches to keep it, so I don't have to worry about that. And this one is from... I don't know who it's from. Just some stupid thing. Whatever. Waste of time. Green rupee, come on. Alright. Okay, so this is the one that you have to pay for. This is from Tingle, and I am going to pay for it just because this is what you're supposed to do. It's 201 rupees, such a weird number. But this is the incredible chart, and this is the one that tells you where all the Triforce charts are hidden around the overworld. So that is actually really useful if you're playing this for the first time. And this one here is from... That's from your sister. Okay, so probably just going to be some extra money in here. Like I said, I don't normally do this. I don't normally need to. I know where everything is, but oh, that's us. Okay, cool. So if I bring up the incredible chart, you go into the D-pad screen, and then you press Y to bring this screen up. Press R. It's a little bit involved to get here. Tingle's chart is just telling you where Tingle Island is. Easy to find. It's just southwest of here. Whenever you come out of that, it makes that little horn noise, which is obviously great. Here's the incredible chart. So this points to all the quadrants that have a Triforce chart on them. You can see that on the left-hand side there's one pointing to the golden ship. In order to get that, you just have to sink the ship, but it's on that quadrant. And there's one on the right-hand side pointing to the ghost ship. In order to get that one, I'm going to have to make the ghost ship appear. I mean, it will appear right now, but you can't actually enter it until you have a specific chart for it. So I'm not going to get that one. That's probably going to be the last one that I get, actually. So let me just activate storage and head off and get the first of these charts. So there's 8 in total, which means that there's 8 shards to get. And in case you're wondering, even if I know where the shards are, I can't actually dig them out of the water unless I have the charts not only collected, but also deciphered. And I'll cover that probably in the next video, or maybe the one after that. But for now, let's just start knocking out some of these charts. I'll try and build up some speed here and get some nice air refills at the same time. Maybe one more. Okay, I feel a little bit better, and I hate it when it's on the screen. Press Y again to go back to this. I think I want to go the other way, right? More like, come on, like that, right? Oh, no, no. This isn't good for anyone. Really a bit of a weird spot to land in there, but let me just build up some more speed and get away from this island. I would like to get an air refill. There we go, beautiful. Okay, cool. So the island I'm headed to is actually beyond Dragon Roost, so it's like away at the top right hand corner of the screen. I've never been to this quadrant before, so Hopefully I can make it here with this swim. I'll know pretty soon if I'm going to have enough speed to make it or not, but I've charged up quite a lot here, so hopefully I'll be able to. Just got to turn them around, and let's go. Yeah, this should be good. You can see the island right here. This is Overlook Island, and I'm actually going super fast here. I actually need them to slow down quite a bit. Wait, I don't think I'm at it yet. No, it's this. Damn, I'm glad I have this much speed then. Because I might not have been able... Oh, I got my beer refill. Well, I guess we're okay in that case, but... Here we are on Overlook. Let me pull out my hook shots. The next item I'm going to need. I'm also going to need probably these and this, I guess. You want to go down to one end of this where there's like a lower tree, and that's the one that you can hook shot onto. I hope it's this end. It might not be. Can't really see it now. It's the other end. That's okay though. We get to enjoy the ocean theme without most of it in there. I really like this version of the ocean theme. I actually prefer it to the one that happens when you're sailing. You know, I like the kind of reduced one. It just sounds like some nice kind of background sounds. It's very pleasant. So yeah, we're on the top right quadrant of the screen, which is one of the ones that the Tingle chart pointed to, or the incredible chart, I should say. Can I reach this other tree? You know, I bet I can, but do you have to? Yeah, you don't have to. Like, the hole I'm going to is actually on this little bit here, so let's just head inside. So this is one of the mini dungeons that's going to give me one of the Triforce charts, and the kind of gimmick for this place is that there's a bunch of rooms surrounding the perimeter. You just go in and fight all the enemies, and it'll open up this room in the centre. But before I do that, I'm actually going to smash all of these pillars, because many of them have money in them, and since I'm going to need a tremendous amount of money within the next couple of videos, this is going to be really useful to me. Wow, how did I miss that? How did I miss both of them? You can actually take damage from these as well if you like go too far into them like that. So that's something you're going to want to avoid. It's also worth noting, I'm sure I mentioned this before, but the English version of this game, or really just anything that came out after the Japanese one, has a lot more money in it, just in like random places. I think these pillars still have money in Japanese, but it might not be the same amount. But there's certainly like some pots in this room that I'm going to unlock that have money in them in English, which isn't there in Japanese. So yeah, I'm going to need my bombs for this room. Let me just pull them out real quick and chuck them into these guys' mouths. Oh, okay. That was a tremendous failure. Okay, I got one in it. Went in the wrong one. I wasn't aiming for that guy, but I'll take it. Can I make this one? No, I just missed him. That's okay though. I'm in no rush. This part of the game is meant to be relaxing, and that's what it's going to be. Because, you know, there's no, there's a couple of glitches that I will be showing off during this section, but it's not like the dungeons where, like, everything's just done completely out of order. Because you kind of left to decide the order for this section on your own. But certainly a few of the charts are pretty glitch heavy, so I'm looking forward to showing those ones off. Do I still have my bow equipped? I don't. Oh, no, I do, sorry. I don't need it though. You want to drop a bomb for these guys, let it blow them up, and then just try and smash both of their heads. Okay, I missed one of them. Where's the other guy? It's that one I want. Come on, stop moving. Stop moving. Alright, I managed to kill him. You really don't want them to regroup. Like I said in the Wind Temple, they will do that if you give them enough time. So just want to hit this guy too. Come on. Oh, come on, dude. Stop running away from me. Oh, he's regrouping. Look how slow this is. Alright, drop another bomb. Hopefully I can get him this time. They move really slow, except for when they're regrouping. How did that not connect? You're kidding me. Alright, this one's definitely going to work at least. Sometimes you can get them to like hit the bombs, and that's a little bit quicker, but I managed to kill him there, so... That's two of the 4 rooms down. It's always 4 rooms, but there's all kind of like a 5th room afterwards, which we'll see in just a second. So, almost halfway done. I think this might be the Wizrobe room, and this one sucks if so. I want to try and kill these in one cycle if I can. I'll know if it... Yep, okay, so where are they? Just try and batter them with arrows until they die. Okay, cool. But he did spawn enemies, so I'm going to have to kill them now. Nothing too hard about it. Even these little fire bats are kind of easy to kill. Okay, cool. So that could have been a lot worse. The trick there is just to keep firing arrows as much as you can, just regular arrows, and they'll actually go down really quickly. So just keep that in mind if you're following along with this playthrough. I've lost count of how many times I've said that phrase in this run so far. So this room here, oh, this is the easy one. You just have to kill these bokoblins. They each take 4 hits from the Master Sword, so that would normally be like 2 hits and a spin attack, I guess. Nothing too difficult. There is another mini dungeon in this game that's really similar to this that we'll do a little bit later on, which is just like a much simpler version of it. Like the enemies are a lot easier in it. So heading back outside, and I have to kill 4 dark nuts. In order to do this, I'm going to want my ice arrows out, so let me just change to that. And I want to parry attack them. Oh, maybe I can get 2 at once. Yes, I knocked 2 of their helmets off. Cool. I want to parry them all before I try and kill any. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Why is it taking so long? There we go. So, yeah, it's much better if you can get their helmet off. If not, I'm going to have to shoot an arrow at their body. Come on. It's this guy I want. Give me the parry attack. There we go. Okay, so now I can just target him, shoot an ice arrow, and jump attack him with the skull hammer. It looks a little bit laggy, but it's the quickest way to do this. Same with this guy. Nothing too difficult. And where's the last one? I don't think there's any like difference between the gold and the silver ones in terms of difficulty, so nice and easy. These little sections are really fun, I find. I quite enjoy doing little bits like this. So, I mean, it's just like super rewarding to to kill so many things like that, because they are kind of difficult enemies. It feels good when you actually do manage to kill them. So I've got to play the Wind's Requiem here. This is going to make one of the Triforce chests appear. So when that does, I will collect what's inside it, but not before I break open those pots that you can see in the background. These are the ones that I mentioned before that aren't here in the Japanese one. So quite a bunch of money in here. It's just as well, because I did spend quite a lot getting that stupid incredible char, which I definitely didn't need, but whatever. Here's 1 of 8, just 7 more to go. So I'm going to save warp back out of here. It's just a little bit quicker. Just save and then press reset on the keyboard as usual, because the controller one still doesn't work for some reason. So back into our file here, I can jump into the king. So let's have another look at the incredible chart before we do anything else here. It's this one. So it actually marks them off once you get them. So the next place I want to go is probably towards the lower left, but not all the way down at outset. So I will warp to somewhere in that area, and we'll see what charts we can get from that section. Quite a few to get that I can get kind of in rapid succession, really, so we'll probably just go and knock those all out. I guess this would be a good spot to go to, I believe, so I'll go here. There's a cool glitch that I can try and do here. I'm probably not going to get it. It's a little bit tricky, a little bit precise, but I'm going to give it a shot at least. Because when you do get it, it looks super, super cool. So I'm here at Greatfish, right? The island I want to go to is that one right there. But I am going to try and super swim to it instead, just because I'm going to be a jackass about everything, like always. So just sail all the way over to Greatfish, and I'm going to get storage from the spot that I got it from, like many videos ago, all the way back in part 2 as a matter of fact. So jump out the boat, come on to land, pull out my Wind Waker, and try and get storage off of this thing. I don't need double storage or anything like that. Just regular old plain storage will work here. So jump into the ocean, charge up my swim, and I'm going basically south of where I am right now. You saw where the island was, so I'll just let him build this up a little bit. And I'm probably just going to save state this. I would really like to get this to work. So, okay, I guess my oscillations were bad and I went back onto land. That's okay though. Not even mad. So I'm going to try and move away south from here, and then continue to charge it. So it's that island over there, I believe, that I'm headed towards. So I'll just charge this up a little bit more, and when I think it's ready to be shot off, I will do that. So probably now. Angle's good, so I'll make a quick save state here, and hopefully, oh god, my speed is tremendous. That's actually a little bit worrying, so I think I might have just killed the majority of it by moving around like that. But anyway, I want to go in here. Okay, cool, I made it. So it just saves you from having to sail here. The boat appears inside with you anyway, so everything's good. Let's jump back up here and go up and play the Wind's Requiem again to make the next chest. I'm barely on this mat here and it's still working, which is great for me because I don't want to have to play the song more than once. So Triforce chest here. Before I pick it up, I'm going to get the rupees from all these pots, and I'm actually going to do something kind of silly to get this one. So let's just break this open. There's not too many rupees on this side. I wonder what's over here. Let's have a look. Really not too many either. So I could open this. I don't want to read that. Could open this chest normally and go through the little cutscene. It's much cooler to store the chest. If you go over here, you can get storage off of this little spot right here. It's a little bit hard to do because the fall is actually a lot shorter than it seems. Like, it looks like quite a long fall, but you've got to press B pretty quickly or else it just won't work. Actually, maybe I'm talking nonsense. Maybe it's like this little bit here that you've got. Yeah, it's this bit you've got to do it super quickly at. But it's probably... There we go. So when I open this, it's going to turn to black, but as soon as I go through a loading zone, I'm going to have the contents of that chest. And it's actually quicker to go back outside without getting into the king, because then you'd have to cruise outside. So I'll just swim past him. And now that I'm back out on the overworld, I actually will have the Triforce chart. I'll just quickly prove that to you, in case you don't believe me. So yeah, there's two of them. Number 1 and number 8. I guess they are numbered in a certain way. So there you go. So now I'm going to get back into king, because there's another chart that I can get. Where is it? I want to go back to this. It's over here. It's the golden ship. So my wind is actually perfect for this. So it's away beyond Needle Rock, which is that island that you can see sticking out of the ocean there. How's my position doing? Okay, so it's probably going to be more like this. But you'll know you're getting there because you'll see 3 little ships away in the distance, and one of them is going to be gold, although you won't really notice that until you're a lot closer to them. If this was a Japanese version, sinking the golden ship wouldn't immediately give you a Triforce chart like it's going to in this run. It would actually give you a regular chart, which would start a little sequence where you go and dig up another chart. That one chart tells you where it is, and it would tell you where another one is, and you go through like 4 of them, and eventually you would dig up a Triforce chart. It's very involved and a little bit counterintuitive, I think, which is why they probably changed it. I mean, if the ship's golden, that kind of makes you think of the Triforce, doesn't it? So let's just sail over here and sink this thing. Shouldn't take me too long. You can see already that one's gold, the other 2 are just the irregular grey ones. So this is actually going to be the first time in the run that I've dug something out of the ocean. So it takes 3 bombs to sink any of these ships, golden or not. So these things can really do a lot of damage to you. Can knock you out of your boat, which is kind of a pain, but I managed to avoid that there. This is handy because like where it spawns is like right where the little ball in the ocean is. So I'll just come over here. Okay, cool. That's exactly what I wanted to happen, clearly. So let me just turn around and hopefully not get wrecked by these bombs anymore. Let me get my grappling hook out, and I will just dig this out of the ocean here. I wonder if we're going to get a cool camera angle for this. When he opens the chest, I mean, sometimes that orb can kind of obstruct your view and it just looks really cool. Or maybe it's like when he's holding the thing, I don't know. Maybe I just made it up, not entirely sure. Anyway, here we go, another Triforce chart. I'm very curious to see which number this one is. You'll notice that whenever I pick one of these up, it mentions getting them deciphered. That's something that I'm going to have to do later on, so that was number 5. Okay, so the next place I want to go is, let me bring up my incredible chart again, just to show what I'm doing. So you can see that's 3 of them marked off. The quadrant to the right of the one that I got before this is where I'm going to head to next. So how am I going to get there? I guess because my wind is kind of bad, it's whatever. I know how I'm going to get there. We'll warp to, I believe, Southern Ferry, and then it should be a short boat ride up to this place, and the wind should still be favourable for that, I believe. So let's just see. Yep, looks good, because then it's just like northwest for one quadrant, so that should be really easy to do. Just quickly warp there. You can see how useful Ballad of Gales is. It saves a hell of a lot of travel time. You know, one of the biggest complaints about this game is that there's far too much sailing, but the fact of the matter is a lot of it is greatly reduced when you consider that you can do this and just kind of warp everywhere, really. So the island that we're going to now is the reduced version of Overlook that I mentioned earlier. It's like an easier version. It's called Stonewatcher. It's directly ahead of me. So, quick sail. I like it when it's turning to night. I think it looks really, really nice. Everything's just kind of, you know, more faded out and oceany. Tower of the Gods over. That's where I'm going to end up once I have all the shards. Not the charts, but the shards. So, yeah, you'll notice that my rupee count is, well, I mean, it's a high number, but it is low for what I'm going to need it for. The amount of rupees that I'm actually going to need is 3,184. That's the exact number that you need to have all 8 charts deciphered, because if you try and look at the charts right now, I'll just actually briefly show this off. If I try and open one of them, it says that you can't, like, you just don't understand what it says. So you need to find someone who can interpret it for you, and of course that's going to be Tingle. Very useful character in this game, unlike seemingly everywhere else. And he's going to do that for you, and that's going to let you know where all the shards are buried in the ocean. Now, like I said before, even if you know where they physically are, they won't show up until you've both gotten the charts and had them deciphered. So, just in case you're wondering about that, this isn't something that we can skip. We have to do every step of this. So, you know, now that I think about it, I mentioned earlier that the only use for the power bracelets was fighting Jalhalla, but I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure there's like a way to glitch inside this, but I need to check some things because I'm really curious now. Does this work? Okay, maybe a couple hits like the Megaton Hammer and Ocarina of Time. Does this work? Okay, cool. So, I mean, you effectively need them here as well. This hole here sucks. Oh, okay, never mind. It didn't suck that time, but a lot of the time when you try to roll over it, he just jumps, much like the Graves in version 1.0 of Ocarina of Time. I wonder if anyone will get that reference. So, as you can see, really similar. Actually, it looks exactly the same as Stone Watcher, as Overlook. Sorry, this is Stone Watcher. So I'm going to break all of these and get all the money from inside them, and just anything else that comes out that's useful. Hopefully, without taking too much damage from them. It's a little bit weird that happens. Because like it can happen even when you're not really touching it, you're just like close enough to it. When he does like a standstill swing with this hammer, it's bloody slow. I much prefer doing a jump attack. It looks cooler as well. So I always like to go through these rooms in a clockwise direction from where you enter. So I always start with this one. There's no real reason for this. It's just a personal preference, I suppose. Still have my bow equipped, right? No, I don't. Put this out. I'm gonna just hit these all because it's a nightmare trying to deal with them if you don't do that. So it's much quicker if you just kind of swallow your pride and don't try and get behind them before they like. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just easier if you actually stun them first. The daily event for me, 1 rupee, some arrows. Arrows are good because I just wasted a couple there. Probably didn't need to get those upgrades a few videos ago where I went up to 99, but you know, peace of mind and all that. It's always worth it. So these guys can be taken down really quickly. I should have my skull hammer out, right? No, I don't. Gosh, I'm like so out of the loop with my equips right now. So just gonna ice them, then attack with the skull hammer, and oh whoops. So they actually stay frozen for a little while. I did not mean to do that, but I guess in a way I'm glad that I did, because now any moblins that I kill will no longer be a threat for this. Picked up a skull necklace, which I certainly don't need. You know, it's funny because like one thing that I've kind of neglected to mention in this playthrough so far is that you can pick up weapons from enemies. This is something that hadn't been done before the Wind Waker, and I guess you know, it could be useful for casual play. These things are kind of powerful, but they pretty much just slow you down more than anything else, I find, so I don't really bother with them too much. So we're almost at 1,000 rupees, damn. Alright, so back into the main room. I'm going to head over to here. I believe this is going to be Wizrobes, but they're going to be a lot easier than the other ones. I'm going to go back to regular arrows for this, so I can try and kill them really quickly like I did with those other ones. These are only going to shoot fire, I believe. There's 3 of them this time. So it only takes 2 arrows. Wait, it seems like it's only taken 1. No, it's definitely taken 2, okay. I was just super quick before, that's all. I'll pick up this rupee here, and did he drop anything for me? I'm going to wait and find out, because that's how desperate for money I really am. Okay, so back into the main room. 1 more to go, and it's just another Bokoblin room, but these are like the easier ones that take less hits. With the Master Sword, it's only going to be 3 hits, so one regular attack and a spin attack will do it. You can try and hit them all with 1 attack here. That'd be cool if I was able to do that. Almost. Well, whatever. That was almost a really good fight there, but who cares? Not a big deal at all. Man, that little jingle sure plays a lot in here. It plays when you kill all the enemies and also when you go back outside. It's kind of overplayed, actually. So that one's now finished, and we've got to kill the Darknuts, but as you can see, there's only 2 of them this time, so much simpler than the other place. Okay, we got the good parry. I'll just execute him before I do anything else. Oh, I forgot, I don't have the ice arrows out. Damn, I'm silly. Alright, cool. Well, he's dead now. Gotta get my my sword back out here. Come on. No, we got the bad one, so I'm gonna have to do this manually. I don't think that's the right word, but you know what I'm trying to say anyway. Oh, that's not where I want to go. I want to go up to that door. Okay, so this is going to be our 4th Triforce chart of a possible 8. A possible 8. A definite 8. So I'll play the Wind's Requiem in here just to make this thing appear. What am I going to need out here? I guess these items are okay. Oops. Alright, so again, I'm barely on this little platform, but it still works. I'm going to try and backflip here, because there's like 1 frame where you can do that just before this cutscene starts. No, I didn't get it. You saw that the camera changed though, so kind of proved, I guess, that you can control them a little bit. Ugh. Whatever. So, I'll just break these pots open and get some more money. Nice amount in here. It's going to put me over 1,000, which is great, obviously. Open up this chest here for the 4th one, but I'm curious again as to what number this actually is. I don't know if it will be 4, because the other ones was like 1, 5, and 8. So let's have a look and see what number this one is. That's 5. That was 1. 5, 7, and 8. Okay, so we're missing 2, 3, 4, and 6. So yeah, I'll just save warp back out here. It's the quickest way to do it, as before. Love how quick this is. Just saves a lot of travel time, the useful save feature in the Wind Waker. So back onto the surface. My next destination is going to be east from here, so I am going to change the wind, but I think I'll probably leave that till the next video. I think we've done quite a lot here, so yeah, we'll just stop here for now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we're going to get the rest of the charts. See you then.